Our topic is about women in history and their importance. Women were not treated equal for a long time, and in many ways, like in politics, payment, work, and other things. In the past decade and this coming one, there have been many opportunities for women to make a ripple in the pool of modern society. Women have a voice now that they didn't have in the past. They have a chance to make a change. For many years, women were not allowed to vote for any political spot, and there was no chance of women running for any spot in the government. We decided to pick this topic so we can inform people about how women were treated unfairly and how far we have come since then. One person who really made a difference was a woman named Fannie Lou Hamer. She was one of the first women to try to vote and succeed. She was not as well known to people, but she made big changes a long time ago that affected our society today. She was an African American woman who at the age of 12 left school to help her family. She wanted to make a difference, and she wanted to help people change what everyone expected women to be like. She eventually decided to gather a group of women, black and white, to attempt to vote. Fannie was one of the first African American women to get a group of women to vote. Their first attempt failed, but that wasn't going to stop her. Fannie was even fired for trying to vote. But that didn't change Fannie's wishes to be accepted in the eyes of society. Soon she registered to vote and was successful. She decided to go and celebrate with a group of African American women. They all sat in a whites-only part of the bus station restaurant and was sent to jail because of it. In jail, she was brutally beaten by other cellmates and had some serious injuries. But when she got out of jail, Fannie decided she still wanted to make a difference, so she began a pig bank for African American farmers. It was so that they could raise, slaughter, and breed pigs for money. Sadly, Fannie Lou Hamer died in 1977 due to breast cancer. But her memory still lives on, and like she said, nobody's free until everybody's free. The meaning of her saying this shows that she wanted everyone to be equal and have the same rights, no matter your gender or the color of your skin. Shirley Chisholm was a brave woman that you probably never heard of before. She was the first African American woman in Congress. She is the perfect representation of breaking barriers in history. Yet before she became the first black woman in Congress, she had a long journey. She was born on November 30th, 1924, in Brooklyn, New York. She received much of her primary education in the Barbadian school system, and later she graduated Brooklyn College in 1946 to pursue the career of teaching. That where she got her motivation to stand up for the educational justice. When she got a job in Congress, she was assigned to the House Forestry Committee, yet she wasn't satisfied. Shocking everyone, she proceeded to ask for a reassignment, and they accepted her request. She was later placed in the Veterans Affairs Committee, where she graduated to the Education and Labor Committee. Shirley served for 7 years in the U.S. House of Representatives in New York. After becoming the first black congresswoman, she ran for the 1972 presidential election, becoming the first major African American party candidate to run for president. But it was a long battle. She stood in the faces of worry and doubt, but that didn't stop her. Her slogan was unbought and unbossed. Before democracy, political elite dismissed her, and her black male colleagues offered her no support. She was running against all white men, and she was running to win. Not only that, she fought for social and educational justice. Shirley worked hard and lived an eventful life. However, every good thing must come to an end. She died on January 1st, 2005 because of a stroke. But her memory still lives on. For many years, women have not been treated the way they should. But thanks to these brave women, society has changed for the better. Fannie Lou Hamer and Shirley Chisholm have changed minds and opinions of women's rights. Fannie Lou Hamer voted, and she was not only a woman who fought for her rights, but she also fought for African Americans to be treated equally too. Shirley Chisholm was the first African American woman of Congress. She had the courage to run for a political spot and help many African American women believe. There are many African American women that helped fight for the rights of women and other African Americans, but these specific women stood out as great leaders. And as history progressed, more and more women are working hard to get political rights. This is what we call breaking barriers, doing what others wouldn't dare to do.